Might as well get as much as we can for our $1. All right, because that's what it costs all of you. It's $1 before you leave.
You should do that linear pair.
Huh?
Linear.
Linear pair? Okay. All right, so adjacent. What's that mean? Adjacent.
Next to each other?
Next to. Good. So basically, if I have two adjacent angles, I have angles that are right next to each other. Okay? Angles that are right next to each other. I showed this to somebody the other day, and it works pretty good. Right? Here's a couple of angles right there. Right? And there's two adjacent angles right there. Okay? Because they're right next to each other. Or, a little easier, bam, right there. Two adjacent angles. If I can make a book out of them, they're adjacent. Okay? What happens is, the ruler. Here's a pencil. If I'm making these adjacent angles, and then I take this pencil, and I put it like this, now all of a sudden, this is not necessarily going to become adjacent if I'm not able to use it as a book. So let me explain that. We've also got linear pair. That just means two angles that create a line. Two angles that create 180 degrees. Okay? One thing about a linear pair is, if they create a line and they're a pair of angles, are they adjacent? They're always touching, right? This is touching this, right? So linear pair are always adjacent. Okay? But adjacents aren't always a linear pair. They don't always make a line. Does that make sense? And then you have what's called non-adjacent. Or not next to. What that means is, this angle is not next to this angle. They're not adjacent. This angle is not next to that angle. Okay? So, a lot of times what you're going to have on the quiz is something like this. Okay? Where we have some angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? And we can start naming some angles. 4 and 5. Well, they are a linear pair, right? So angle 4 and angle 5 are a linear pair. And what else? If they're a linear pair, they must be adjacent. Okay? Five and 7, they might be congruent, but they're not adjacent. So, angle 5 and angle 7 are not adjacent. Right? The symbol for not. And then, if we take a look at angle 1 and angle 2, angle 1 and angle 2, well, they are next to each other, right? So they are adjacent, but they're not a linear pair, right? Because they don't create a line. So, not a linear pair. Okay? They don't create a line. And that's basically what that question is asking you.